How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another Bitcoin update. And we finally got the breakout that has been needed. What I must say is that this is just the first step. There are many resistances up ahead that Bitcoin has yet to clear. And all these red boxes must be reclaimed. In the past few updates, I've been saying there's this potential bearish cross looming, and the only way it can be invalidated, the only way we can stop seeing a downtrend is if we can reclaim the moving averages. I was giving the level of 98k, more specifically 97.8k, because my Fibonacci breaking this initiates a move into my two other red boxes. But as you can see, I've actually placed a new fib on the chart which you haven't seen beforehand. So instead of just measuring the entire move down, I've gone off of the lower high over here and gone to the end down at the bottom there. And so that's just giving me a few more levels, and you can see that they're all intertwining with each other. This is called confluence. It's just like a second confirmation that this area is a key level. And in this case, as we've seen resistance and dumps and pumps from this area, as well as over here, 100k a couple Fridays ago. In fact, when it was down at 96, 97k, I was saying it actually can pump to 100k today, but it should get rejected, and that's what we saw. And now, guys, with today's breakout, Bitcoin has reclaimed the moving averages, invalidated the bearish cross, broken out of this trend line. It's now calling for a market-wide bounce. So this is my expectation. This is what I've been saying in the Discord. When this breaks out, we're expecting a market-wide bounce, but I'm thinking a few steps ahead. And as you can see, these boxes up ahead are not green, they're red, which means as we approach them, we should get rejected. Just like we were attempting to break this small red box, 97.8, the past 2 weeks, and it just kept on failing to get any candle closes above this area. But now we're closing above the dotted line, we're closing above the moving averages, we're closing the highest candle within this range. So it does seem like we have that breakout, but I must warn, it can struggle around these areas. And I think because it's Friday, and I don't know why, this is now the third Friday in a row where it decides to break out bullish. Now, the issue with that is that it's the weekend. The stock market shuts. And what have I said the past 3 weeks before this? On each Friday, which was this candle and this candle over here, we can see failures of breakouts. However, yesterday we broke out, so that's a great thing. It didn't wait until Friday to break out. It broke out on Thursday. Thursday closed with the breakout above the dotted line and the moving averages, just not yet above 98.6, but as it had closed above all the other levels I'd mentioned, even though it could get knocked down from here, we just now need to hold the newly reclaimed level. So what I'm going to do is now adjust this box into 97.8, but actually drag it down to this 382 level, and I'm going to flip it so that it's a green area now. This is our current support. This is the support 96.8 to 97.8 that must hold this weekend if we want to see next week being green and the whole market bouncing as well. So where do I think Bitcoin is going to top out? I think that as it's Friday, we really don't have long left. Even before the daily candle closed, the stock market shuts. And I just think that it makes sense to have a test. If we can get enough momentum today, which I think is possible, I can envision Bitcoin getting to 99 to 101k. So my belief is that today being Friday, Bitcoin can pump into 99 to 101k, this area right over here, and this is where I think it will top out this weekend. What it then needs to do after Friday, Saturday and Sunday, it now must maintain 96.8, 97.8. If it decides to roll over and hold, this is how we're going to get into the next area, 102 and 103, reverse, and then get into that next area over there, 105 to 107. That is the ultimate goal. It's the target out of the breakout. You're meant to go back to where we just came from. I've been saying this the past 3 weeks. But warning that it can be a lower high. We can top out right over here and head to new lows. We could get up there and head to new lows. I'm going to constantly tell you this and warn you as well. Yes, bullish. Yes, we're meant to get a bounce, but it's a bounce. When it finds resistance, is that resistance a higher high or a lower high? And it's most likely going to be lower than 109k. And with giving us all these resistances under 109k, where it should top out and reverse and start rolling over and start going down again. So as soon as I see those signs, I will let you know. But please be aware, I will be the most bullish person out there when I see 107k reclaimed. There will be nothing stopping me from being bullish at that point. However, even though we're getting the bullish breakout right now, we're recovering the moving averages, we're holding very important ones. There are still very high probabilities that this goes lower. That is all out the window. Those probabilities of lower go all out the window, all out the way, all bunch of garbage. Not gonna happen when 105 and more specifically 107 is reclaimed. Until then, I've seen it many times. I've seen many cryptos dump, pump into the 886 and go to new lows. This is still a possibility. So I'm very cautious. I'm more inclined to DCA Bitcoin right now, because if something goes wrong, then I'm actually fine. On this move up, yes, we can trade alts, but if we start rejecting here over the weekend, then alts are going to be weak over the weekend, start rolling over, and then the hope is that next week they pump. But what if this is all a fake out? We go under, get trapped, start rolling over. We are not in the clear. The probabilities of all of these factors that can manipulate price, make it look like it's going up, but then go to new lows, the probabilities are so high for that until 107 is broken. Once 107k is broken, there's literally little to zero chance we go lower at that point, because we're creating the reversal wave. That means all of these targets that you see up above the new all-time high, all of these targets become valid only when 107k is broken. And then remember that until that moment, we can roll over to new lows under 90,000. So I will be here to update it, but today is the breakout, a great day, expecting the move up towards 99 to 101k, which is where I expect Bitcoin to stall off for this weekend and hopefully recover, reset, hold above 96.8, 97.8, and continue into the next area, 102, 103. And then ultimately 105, 107 needs to be flipped into support to invalidate any further downside. Thank you so much for tuning in, giving me your time. Like, subscribe, comment, and share for my efforts and to support the channel. If you want further education, further exclusive content, I also do live streams where I teach you guys, where you can ask me questions constantly, analyze any of your charts, let you know what I'm personally doing, my personal thoughts. Nothing I do are signals or equate to financial advice. I'm literally just sharing what I'm doing / my thoughts. Cheers, everyone. Links down below.